Alright, we are live. And let me turn on the desktop audio so that way. Okay. Now we can do a mic check.
Yes.
There was music, Ashley.
Sweet.
Test.
Testing
now-
my mic.
Now it's gone.
Yeah, the music should be gone. Now that I've figured out what the issue is. So, yeah, it's deal with my server, and I saw that I got an email back from them, and I gotta email them some additional information for it to be fixed, so.
Alright, I think we're good.
Sweet.
Alright, let's get started. I'll do the recap that my D&D assistant ChatGPT wrote for me. So, let's see how it goes. In the last session of Shadows of the Dragon Queen, Earl and Serinda successfully teamed up to save Darrett's life while the rest of the party chased down his attacker. The assailant was revealed to be Jaya Veldruz, a former lieutenant of the Ironclad Regiment. After a brief pursuit, the party subdued Jayev and brought him back to Darrett's room for interrogation. Jayev revealed that he had been coerced into working for the Dragon Army after his brother Bran was threatened by Consaldi Fire Eyes. He was ordered to kill Darrett and the Knights of Solamnia to secure his brother's life. While Elgrim lectured him on trusting the Dragon Army, Jayev expressed that he had felt he had no other choice. The party briefly debated what to do with Jayev. Elgrim and Earl wanted to execute him for his betrayal, while Serinda argued for a trial. During the debate, Cosgrave discovered a vial of purple liquid on Jayev, which he had used to poison and kill him.
On accident.
Growing bored from the conversation. Maybe ChatGPT should have reversed the order on that. The next morning, Darrett thanked the party for rescuing Lily, the scout, and retrieving Stephen's body. He shared intelligence from Lily's report, revealing that the Dragon Army had split its forces to attack communities in the Hinterland and Nightland, with plans to isolate Calaman from the other Solamnic cities. Darrett rewarded the party with a 100 GP bonus and their regular salaries. He also mentioned another mission was in the works and asked them to meet later that day to discuss. The session concluded with the party preparing for their next steps and the potential hijinks before their meeting with Darrett. And this is where we will pick up tonight's session. What sort of hijinks will the party get into before their appointment with Darrett? Find out now on the 21st session of Shadows of the Dragon Queen.
Almost went out of the abyss.
Yeah, I mean, I've done that several hundred times, so...
Yeah.
This time, I've only done this 19 times, so...
Nice.
We're not there yet. Alright, so, it is midday. You were told to come back at 4 o'clock. And I still cannot load the calendar. So, Phil, start the clock.
Oh, if you close it and reopen it, you can.
What? Try again. Oh, I have a button finally.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's back.
Ooh, shopping.
Was there an update or something? Do you have to fix it?
No, I just started doing it on mine, and I closed it and reopened it, and it was there, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, I tried that last week, but that didn't fix it. Oh, well.
And I don't have a button now, so... I don't...
Oh,
Oh, maybe only one of us can have a button.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay. So, you guys have 3 hours now to get into hijinks and spend your new gold you earned. Is there anywhere where you would like to go?
yeah. I'd like to check out the quartermaster smithy and see if there's anything they can do with the splint mail to make it not look like it's aligned with the dragon army.
Okay. So, as you start making your way to the smithy. You hear someone call out to you. Elgrim? Is that you? And when you
What?
turn to look in the direction, you see a man with wearing plate mail armor with the symbol of the Knight of the Crown in chest or across his chest plate, and he's got long brown hair and like a handlebar mustache, and you recognize him to be Logan Greymantle.
Okay.
So if I did this correctly, let me. Of course, I didn't create his yet. I've been creating them ahead of time, so that I don't have to type them in the moment. Why didn't it create me a handout though? I wanted to create a handout.
That's a pretty nice picture. Chat GPT or actually from the book?
No, I found it on the internet somewhere.
Nice.
Why it won't let me create the handout.
Oh.
That's fine. I wanted to. I'll create one later. So, Elgrim, you after you know Logan from your time back when you were in the Vanguard Keep after Becklin left to you know, for her retirement essentially post when she went to Vogler. Logan took you on as a squire for a short time, and he kind of walks up to you. He goes, "Hello, Elgrim. How are you?"
Oh, Logan, I'm doing great. Haven't seen you in ages. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing well. I've come in from Palanthas, and I had met with Darrett yesterday before the attack, and we were discussing, you know, his acceptance into the Knights of Solamnia, and he gave me some updates on your progress as well. He he tells me you helped save this village of Vogler, where Becklin was assigned.
Yes. Yeah, me and my party. We went initially to attend our friend Espen Greenshield's funeral. And while we were there, Dragon Army showed up, attacked the village. It was all we could do to evacuate as many of the citizens as we could across the river on the boats.
Yes, we've heard many instances of this Dragon Army attacking villages all along the hinterlands. And so I've been sent here from Palanthas to meet with the leaders of Kalaman and Marshal Vendry, and discuss these alarming circumstances.
Well, yes, they are a powerful force. We saw their army, thousands of them.
And I heard Becklin was killed by their leader. What do you know of this person?
I know her name, High Master Consaldi Fire Eyes. Outside of that, not much.
Yes, Darrett says that you saw them murder Becklin before your eyes as you were heading downriver along the boats. That must be a disturbing image to see your aunt taken out before you.
It was quite disturbing, yeah.
Well, I prepared a based on your deeds and your accomplishments that you've done thus far here as a part of the Kalaman army. I prepared a ceremony for you later this evening, where you will be presented with your official armor for the Knights of Solamnia.
Well, that sounds mighty fine. Thank you.
So, please return to the keep at 6 p.m. and I have a space set aside for us to perform the ceremony. If your party would like to attend, they could as well.
I will ask them. I'm sure they would. And we're supposed to talk to Dare. Was it 4 or 5?
At 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Okay.
Well, he says, great. I shall see you later this evening then. Good
Sounds
speed.
mighty fine. Thank you. And I didn't catch his last name, Eric. It was Logan
Greymantle.
Greymantle.
All
Thank
one
you.
word. I'll create a handout right now.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, I was slow pulling up my notes, so I missed the name. I didn't get it typed.
Slamberg would also put it in chat.
Okay,
Like
cool.
it.
It reminds me I need to get into chat.
Slam Burglar, remind me in 30 days we don't care about this NPC.
Why isn't it letting me copy the picture? Oh, I think I figured it out. Try this. There we go. Then and then I'll put this blurb in there about him. And then save it. And then reveal it to the party. Alright, there you go. So now there's a handout in there. Okay. Alright,
Ooh, so many
what do you want to
handouts.
do now? You still want to go talk to the smithy?
After learning that, I'll probably still go to the smithy and just kind of... I'll give them the splint mail, see if they can modify it for use in the army, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, when you head to the smithy, he goes, "Oh, Elgrim, you back for another lance? You seem to break those quite often."
Not this time, no. Last one's holding strong.
Oh, what is this? This armor? This is of the Dragon Army.
It is. It's a fine make, though. Was wondering if you had the ability to remove the iconography. Maybe you could repurpose it for the army.
I mean, yeah, that we could definitely do that. I mean, the colors don't match. I mean, black and red is not really, the blue and white that we typically ride in. But, yeah, I mean, are you sure you want to part with it? I mean, it seems like a good tool for espionage.
Yeah, I didn't really consider that.
I know, you're an honest folk, and honest folk don't tend to think in those ways, but when you're a businessman, you gotta work all the angles.
Yeah, I suppose that could have some use.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
I'll take it if you don't want it anymore.
Yeah, maybe I will hold on to it for just a little longer. Put it in my saddlebags or something.
Yeah, your horse misses you. I hear he's been neighing in all this time when you were gone to the north. You might want to
Oh,
check
yeah.
in on him.
Yeah, we just got back in. It's a good idea. I'll go do that.
All right, and while Elgrim's doing that, what is Cosgrave doing?
Cosgray's been trying to figure that out.
While Cosgrave's figuring that
yeah,
out,
thanks.
what is Ural doing?
Ural would like to get a sack from a shop somewhere, and then put his share of the money that was found on the ground in the sack, wild shape into a tiger, and then sneak into. Well, actually, I'll wait till I get outside the trade gate, and then sneak into the refugee encampment, and then try to approach Mayor Raven and drop the sack for it.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so you're able to procure a sack. What is... There we go. You can deduct... Of course, they're not going to have a sack in here. Why would they not have a sack? Oh, it's containers. Oh, they only have saddlebags.
100 GP maybe?
Yeah, you can put. I don't know how much a sack costs. We can look it up later. But yeah, deduct like, a silver, and then, yeah. So you're able to find a sack, and then you head outside the trade gate, and you know that Mayor Raven, has, previously had been living with the people that had, kind of dispersed among the shanty shack type buildings, temporary structures that, the citizens of Vogler are now living in. When you make your way over to the their essentially their encampment where they're kind of stationed, you don't really see Mayor Raven around. So before you wild shape,
Okay.
you might want to consider asking.
Okay. Is there somebody around there that's
Yeah, you recognize one of the older ladies, who is kind of, she's cooking in a pot, some kind of stew, like a larger, like cauldron style pot. And she kind of recognizes you, and she's like, "Hey, you're the lad that won the fishing contest, yes?"
Hi, it was me, that's right. But have you seen Mayor Raven around?
Oh, she don't go by Mayor anymore. She just tells everyone to call her Raven.
Oh.
That's so Raven.
Where
Dating ourselves there. Dating ourselves.
where can I find her these days? She's still here, is she?
Yeah, they say she moved into the keep and she's a part of the army now in Kalaman.
What? So who's in charge here of the refugees now?
Oh, it's been a bit of chaos, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, people are fending for themselves, but it's rough in the big city. Some people are having an easier go of it, especially the younger lads, as they can work on the docks or the boats and find some work, fishing and trading. Some of the other lads have tried to join up and work in the forges. It's a lot different life than we lived in Vogler.
What about the children? Is there someone watching over the children?
A lot of us older folk, the ones that lost their parents, we keep an eye on them, yeah. Some of them, though, they've moved on with their parents, and others have run away. It's a sad tale.
Well, who needs the most help right now?
I mean, the young folk here, the wee ones, definitely can use some coin. It'll go a long way to help buy some bread and some cheese and maybe a little bit of meat, so they can get strong as they grow.
Oh yeah, we want him to be healthy. So, where can I find the person who would buy these things for the little ones? Does she seem like an honest? Can I do an insight check? Does she seem honest compared to the other guy? The
Yeah,
last
go
time
ahead.
I gave him.
Go
Okay.
ahead, give me an insight check.
Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Let me go back to the main thing. Okay, insight.
What'd you roll?
Looked like I rolled a. Let's see, I rolled a 15. Oh, it came up as a 21 after my advantage.
21. Okay, yeah, you definitely have a good feeling about her. You get a sense that she's, simple, straightforward, and being pretty open with you. Nothing seems shady about her.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask her. Would you be someone who would be able to take care of the children and buy them food and do those sorts of things for them? Would you be able to help with that if you had some coin?
She says, well, if you remember Yalmi, she ran the Brass Crab. She's kind of taken in some of the youngins, as she didn't have any of her own, and she set up a couple houses down that way. If you go down the street and make a right and then make a left, just ask around, and I think she would be a good person to help out the former villages of Ugla.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Anytime, and come on back and tell your stories to the wee ones about your big fish.
Oh yeah, we can't forget the big fish. What was its name again?
Oh Jesus! You ask the DM such things. It was called Benabog the Line Breaker.
The line breaker. Billabog. Okay.
Benabog, yeah, Benabog. I know my accent's a little weird, but Benabog.
Billabog. Thank you. Okay. Well, we'll see you later. I have to, I've got some other things I have to attend to.
Aye, if you remember Raven, she was holding Benabog.
That's right. Okay. So, yeah, there she is. All right. I'm gonna go find oh, I can't pronounce her name. The brass crab lady.
Yalme.
Yalme.
Yeah, so it takes you maybe 10 minutes or so. Her directions weren't that great, but as you're kind of wandering around, you ask a couple people, and they point you in the right direction. And you see her kind of with like a small wash tub. She's cleaning some clothes. There's a couple, kids, maybe, under 7 for sure, kind of running around, playing about, throwing some rocks into some other rocks. Looks like they're trying to play marbles or something. You're not quite sure. But she kind of sees you, and she's like, "Oh, hello. I think you were one of the people that helped out after everything went down when the militia was attacked during the reenactment, right? What's your name again?"
Earl. I'm just a guy. who was trying to help, trying to do my best. But anyway, I hear you're taking care of some orphans.
Yeah, I'm trying to help out the little ones. I adopted these two right here. This is Nina, and the other boy, his name is Timmy, but he's kind of quiet. And yeah, but I mean, I'm just trying to help out around. It's been a big adjustment, I think, coming from the small village to now living in the city, and we're just trying to make ends meet and hoping the Dragon Army doesn't come back this way.
Oh yeah, that's true. Huh. Well, listen. Since you've been doing all these good things for the kids, and maybe there's some more kids you can help, and I thought, I'd like to try to help. So here, I hand her the bag of 100 gold pieces. I hope this helps.
When you kind of hand her the bag, and it's like kind of hefty weight. It's got a lot of coin in it, and she's kind of like, caught a little bit off guard as she receives it, and she kind of like looks down, and she's for like a loss of words. She's like, wait, no, no, this is too much. No, you can't. I don't feel safe with this. And then as she's saying this, she's like looking around. She's like nervous now, from this amount of money.
Oh, don't feel nervous. I was going to give it to Mayor Raven, but she's no longer here. So I trust you, though, because you've been doing a lot of good work around here. So use it for the people how you see fit.
I mean, this is too much. Are you sure? I mean, you probably need some of this to survive.
I'm absolutely sure, especially because you're so nervous about taking it. That means you're a good person.
Well, maybe one of these days, with this money and the help, maybe we could get our own brass crab started again.
Oh.
Hey,
And this
that's an
time,
idea.
I'll name one of the crabs after you. What did you say your name was again?
You could just name it after the fish I caught, the bellabog, the line breaker.
All right. Benabog the Crab Breaker. We got it.
Great. Well, hey, I've got to run, but it was good to see you again. I'll try to come back and tell the story of how I caught the fish.
No, please
The
come
little
back. I'll get all the kids around. You can tell the story. We'll make chili.
Ooh, chili. Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, well, thank you so much.
And you notice her quickly trying to like put the money away. In her little, she goes like in her building. Because she's pretty nervous about having this amount of money, especially in these outskirts.
Oh,
Okay.
and one last thing. If you ever need anything, just send a message to me in the town, at the keep.
Okay, and what did you say your name was again?
Earl.
Euro. Okay, Euro. Got it. And
Okay.
you see her take a note of that. She finally gets you to say your name on the third go. All right. While Euro was doing that, what was Serinda doing?
She would be, because I don't think there. What time was it again?
Well, now it is 2:00.
Yeah, so I don't think there'd be enough time for like if she went to try to like go to the like some type
But
of medical.
so all of this stuff was kind of happening simultaneously.
Right.
So an hour has passed. So what have you been doing?
Shopping for torches. Because I need some torches.
Okay.
Unless he's playing some other games.
So since I can't see
Well,
at night.
you can click on that city market, and you can buy whatever you want out of that city market, and we don't need to RP that.
Cool.
It's the little sack that's above the city market on the map.
All right, cool. So, but yeah, she would be doing that. Over going to any house of healing because it takes a little bit. Once she goes there, it'd probably be a while before she'd get back. So she doesn't want to miss. So.
Okay, so as you're making your way to the market, I'll
dear.
let you mechanically do your stuff on your character sheet. But
How do I?
people are starting to like watch you, and then you hear whispers of Michigan,
Oh dear.
Michigan, and it starts to grow over time as you're kind of wandering from stall to stall, looking for the things that you want to buy. And what at first seems like a couple people, maybe 2 or 3, has eventually turned into like 12 or 13 in a short time. I would say in less than 10 minutes. And, they seem to just be following you around. And they seem nervous to want to interfere with what you're doing, but they just want to be in your presence. And so now you kind of have like a procession that's kind of following you through the city markets, and you're starting to draw attention now from like people in the stalls that are running their businesses. Like some of the guards are even like paying attention as you kind of like walk by with this procession of, I would say, mostly downtrodden people in like dirtier clothing that has like tears or patches or just soiled, you're starting to draw a little bit of attention as you're going around the market. You're coming up to people and you're like, hey, do you have any torches? And the guy's like, no, I don't have torches, but that guy over there has torches normally. But what's with all these people, he asks you.
I heal people, and I think.
Oh, you do? My back has like been killing me lately. I can't sleep.
Oh, not
you
that.
could do something about that? Are you a doctor?
Not that kind of healing. Like just kind of like a little bit.
Oh, you're like a medicine woman.
Yes,
that's what they call you, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yes, I've.
Is there something you could give me for my back, like a coffee or a tea or something, or do I gotta chew some kind of root? I don't know. There's all these like weird things I hear. Like, how does this work?
Well, it's not. It's more so I specialize with wounds and sicknesses.
Yeah, my back, it hurts a lot. That's a wound, Is there something I could take for it, like? Or do I gotta put like a ointment on there, But ointments are like oily and sticky sometimes, and who knows, They tell you to like use crab stuff or guts. I don't know like what the stuff is.
It's more.
I don't believe half of it, but if you could make my back stop hurting, that would be amazing.
Yes, what I'll do, and I reach and I grab. Oh gosh, what do I have? That's pretty. What do I have? What do I have? That's kind of like a trinket. I don't have any trinkets. Dang it, I don't see any trinkets. Guess I should have bought a trinket. Alright, I have a spare amulet. Because I have my holy symbol, which I use as my focus with my holy symbol, but I do have a spare amulet. So I will give him the amulet that has the goddess Mishakal's symbol on it.
Oh, what is the symbol here? This is very intricate.
And I'm making sure I hold it before I give it to him. I'm like, this is an amulet from the goddess that I worship, and the knowledge and
Mishakal.
Yeah.
You just hear in like the surroundings.
Yeah. Anyways, she's the one that has blessed me with this ability to help people, and as long as you hold this with you, your back will be should be good. And as I give it to him, I'm going to do healing, like the healing as I touch, as a simple touch kind of thing. Like, so trying to make it so that way he thinks the amulet is good luck and it's based off the goddess and it's not from me, because I'm getting a little bit of a cult following going on and it's making me nervous.
Okay.
So that's more or less what I'll try to do.
Okay. So, yeah,
Yes.
go ahead and expend your spell slot, and then he's
I guess it's Cure Wounds. So it looks like I have that prepared, so Cure Wounds.
okay, cure wounds.
Heal. Cast spell. There you go.
And then I guess go ahead and give me a sleight of hand, let's say,
Sleight of hand. Well,
to
this is gonna
see
be
how
straight
good
up.
you are at hiding that it was you doing it versus the amulet doing it.
Alright, well, this is gonna be straight up. So, I did not
All right.
specialize in any of it. So,
So, like, as you're handing him the amulet, you got your other hand kind of reaching around to his back, and your hand starts glowing a little bit, and he kind of, like, notices, and he looks at it, and then he, like, takes the amulet from you, and he's like, oh, wow, my back! It feels so much better! You're amazing! It's real! He starts
oh no,
shouting.
no, it's just through the goddess.
No, it's real! You have to tell everyone! You can help people!
I try to help people, but there's only so much I can do.
Here, take this blanket! Here,
Oh.
it's nice and warm. It's the least I could do for you.
It's like a blanket now tossed in my face.
So he hands you a blanket. I put it on your character sheet.
Okay.
You don't have 4 blankets. You only have 1 blanket.
I'm still trying to figure out what happened to my torches. I thought I bought them, but they're not in here, so I'm trying to figure out what happened to them.
Are you sure they're not near any of your bags, your pouches?
Oh,
It
you know
looks
what?
like
Let
your
me take a
pouches
look
are
in the
empty.
pouches. Maybe it's in
No,
the pouch.
I think they're empty. I don't think they're in
Yep,
there.
nope, they're empty. I don't... I bought some torches, but I just don't know what happened to them.
Okay.
They disappeared off the sheet, too. I didn't mean to buy a stack. I just wanted to buy, like,
So
3
yeah,
of them.
go ahead and buy whatever else. If you just drag it from that thing to your sheet, I don't know if the buying thing is working right ever since we updated. So just whatever the money price is, subtract it from your gold, and then just drag it to your character sheet.
Yeah.
All right. While you're doing that, what was Cosgrave doing all this time?
So Cogsgrave is trying to find a poisoner's kit.
Oh, okay. So,
He thought it was pretty interesting what happened to that one guy, and he's like, man, if I could put this on my hoop hack.
all right. Go ahead and give me some kind of check. Let me figure that out real quick. Go ahead and give me a deception check, as you're gonna kind of ask around. Well, all right. I guess, how are you asking around? Are you being blunt, or are you trying to be coy?
You know what?
Let's see. I mean, I'm not dumb, so I guess if I've noticed over time
I mean,
that
you know, like, thieves' tools are not like, people shouldn't be carrying them. You get
Right.
you get cause of suspicion. So you would realize that poison is not like on the up and up, right?
right, they don't have it at the column on Walmart, right? It's
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah, the corner Rite Aid does not have poison in
Right.
the city market.
Right. So I'm gonna look for more of the, home remedies,
All right.
old looking place. Maybe I don't know. Do I have Do they still have that like with thieves can't is there like marks and stuff I would maybe be able to notice that I don't know if that's still a thing in.
Is that in your 2024 sheet? I don't know. That's a great question.
Well, I thought that thieves can't was part of.
Yeah. Go. All
it's
right.
14,
So
I didn't know if I'm.
go ahead and give me a perception check to start.
Oh yeah, thieves can't. You pick up various languages. Yeah. Okay, just thieves camp. Okay, perception check on it.
All right.
Great.
So this is going to take you several hours.
Okay.
But eventually you do find some signs pointing you to a shop where you, when you stand out front, you see a sign that says apothecary out front.
Okay.
What do you do?
Go inside.
Okay.
Alright.
When you head inside, you see some random items, kind of strung about, and there's a woman who is kind of standing behind the counter. She's actually, for the way the shop looks from the outside, it's a little like maybe run down, like it needs a fresh coat of paint. Some of the boards are cracked on the staircase as you head up inside. But inside, the woman is very well dressed. She's wearing like this black corset with a purple like long skirt and boots, and then she's wearing like some kind of a cloak that looks to be like bird feathers. And she's got dark hair, and she stares intently at you. What
Greetings.
brings you to my shop, Kender? And please take your hands out and put them where I can see them on this countertop.
Realize that that would be a problem. So he pulls his hands out and puts them down. He's got a petrified mouse in one hand. He's like, "Oh, sorry," and he puts that back in his pocket and puts his empty hands on the counter.
Are you here to sell that mouse?
No. Yes, fidget mouse. Yeah. I mean, if you want it, you can have it, but I'm not trying to sell it. No.
Has it been petrified?
Yeah. I mean, it's not smelly and it keeps well.
I shall offer you 2 silver pieces for this mouse.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, she will take your mouse, and you have 2 silver pieces.
All right, he drops 2 silver pieces into his coin purse. Oh yeah.
Second
That
verse.
sounds like the Doom guy when he gets his shotgun at the beginning. She goes, "Oh, that is quite an interesting coin purse you have there."
Yeah, people tell me that all the time.
So, what brings you here to my apothecary?
So, it's recently, we were bringing in a known fugitive. I help out with some of the problems they have in the area, and this guy had this substance that seemed to, like, incapacitate people for a time.
Ah,
And,
I see.
Just wondering if there was things like that available.
And, you have permission from the guild?
As a player, not knowing how like the guild stuff works, I guess.
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Okay.
Or straight up intelligence.
That's not
Whichever
great.
one's better for you.
I guess neither. Yeah. Huh, not bad roll though.
So in all your times of being accused of doing things you might not have done, sometimes you've done them, but you do know of thieves guilds, and you were able to learn their writing a little bit, right, as you kind of practice your trade along the way, and you think she might be looking for you to give her like a sign to show that you're in the know.
Oh, okay. Um. So, yeah, I guess I would say um, I've worked with the guild, but in like thieves can't.
Okay. She kind of looks at you a little bit quizzically for a second, and then you see her use some hand signals and
Mm-hmm.
then say some words, and she understands you, and she responds back to you in common,
Mm,
but she's understanding. She's like, you're speaking in Thieves' Cant, and she's speaking back to you in common. But
okay.
it looks like she cast some kind of a spell.
Okay.
She says, "Ah, yes. Your folk, unfortunately, do tend to run in these circles. So what brings you to my shop, young Kender?"
Yeah, looking for perhaps the tools or some kind of a kit to be able to reproduce some of these substances.
Do you have coin?
I do. And he shakes the coin purse a little bit.
These are quite expensive now.
Hopefully I have enough.
She says, I have several different potions for different types of maladies. I have tinctures and tonics that can cause others to be afflicted. Which do you wish to procure?
I'm looking for really like the tools to make those kind of things. The kit perhaps of allow me to.
I see.
Like imagining those like brewer kits that are like for beer that are those cheap little keg looking things. Hinder's first poisoner's kit.
She says, one moment. Or actually, she says, follow me. And she leads you through a kind of a winding corridor, because there's like, junk in the way. And she takes you into a back room where there are all different kinds of things that really tempt you to want to steal. There are things in vials of different colors, of neon. There are globules and beaker-looking things with like bubbling going on. There's petrified snakes and small animals, an owl even. There are small pouches of that have all different types of smells. They're kind of sealed up though, so you don't quite know what those might be used for. And she takes you over to a specific shelf that has a little like wooden box. That's probably 9 inches by like 5 inches. It kind of looks like a toolbox essentially with like a handle, and inside there are various vials. Some of them are empty. There are some small jars with different color liquids. And she says, "I think this is what you're looking for, yes?"
Yeah, Cosgrave's just like almost vibrating with just like, I want to grab everything. Yes. Yes, I think that's. I have a really amazing place here. You know that?
Ah, yes. For those in the know, those who are specialized in the esoteric, they are allowed to come to the back room of my apothecary.
If I wasn't so busy, I would definitely inquire about working here. This is great. But
Well,
yes, yes,
first
that's what
you'd
I'm
have to be known as trusted. Unfortunately, people of your ilk tend to have, shall we say, grabby hands.
Yes, yes. Elgrim's been teaching me the ways of the non-Kender and your property rules.
So, would you like to take this kit here? Some might say to create different tinctures.
Yes.
Special.
Yes, I think that'd be a good start.
All right, 90 gold pieces.
90 gold. Oh wow. What? Anything I could do to bring that down a little bit?
Oh, I don't. I deal in specialized wares, which are, let's say, frowned upon by the city guard. So one has to keep a close clientele for a premium product.
Perhaps something to add in exchange, and may I? And he pulls up one of his pouches.
Sure. What are you trying to offer her?
He pulls out a tiny silver icon of a raven.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
She looks at your raven. She says, "Might I ask where you procured this?"
I honestly have no idea.
As I figured. She says, 87 gold pieces.
Okay, well, if that's all you're gonna budge, and I'll take it.
All right. You are the proud owner of a poisoner's kit.
And she is the proud owner of a tiny silver icon of a raven.
And 87 gold pieces, please subtract off your character sheet, and I've added you a poisoner's kit.
Alright. And I wish you could just do like math on that. That work? Oh, dang.
Oh, you just tried to say subtract 87?
Yeah. Well, 80. No, it's just 80.
I don't know. I don't know how much gold you got.
Okay. So he opens up his coin purse and see, I think it screams, right?
Yeah. It kind of startles her for a second as it's screaming as you're pulling out coin. It's less interesting the more I see it.
It does have its drawbacks.
Yes, I can see it can get annoying rather quickly.
Yeah, Elgrim hates it when I balance my checkbook at night.
Is there anything else you wish to see while you're in the back room? Perhaps a alchemical compendium.
Ooh, what is that?
Well, it is a manual, and as she kind of walks you to a different side of the room, closely keeping your eye on you. So if you're trying to do any stealing, Phil, I need you to roll it.
No, he knows better. I mean, if Thieves Guild is involved, he's also seen what they probably do to people that don't listen or, break the rules, so.
Yeah, so she leads you to another shelf where there's a bunch of tomes, and she pulls out one of them, and as she pulls it out, there's like an acrid odor that clings to this stained, heavy volume, and it's pretty thick, and she kind of walks over to like a lectern and sets it down. And as you look at this book, there are metal fittings kind of made out of it to kind of bind it together. And these fittings are all different color materials. I mean, you think maybe copper, maybe iron, maybe lead, maybe silver, maybe gold. And you're not quite sure. It looks like a hodgepodge.
Mm-hmm.
And she says to you, yes, this book is very special, and it contains several different things that allow the user to manipulate the environment.
Do you have an example?
Well, I could, if I spent more time with it, I could show you, but I know, I know that it is capable of making you bigger or smaller, for example.
No. Well, how much is it?
For you? Go ahead and roll a persuasion for me.
Okay.
She says, for you, I would be willing to part with this for 650 gold pieces.
Oh dear. Definitely don't have that much in the coin purse, but cool book.
It has various properties to transmutate people and things. It's very, very powerful.
I don't doubt it. I don't have anywhere near that kind of gold.
Maybe you will come back.
Yeah, I'll keep this in mind.
I know you're buying the kit, but I have some pre-made liquids if you're interested.
Perhaps.
Only 150 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. And I think I really just had the money for the kit, I think. But hopefully
Okay.
should set me up to get more money. And
I
definitely
understand.
want to come back to this room, so
I understand. Well, might I suggest one more item? As
Okay.
you may be dabbling in things you don't quite understand yet. And
100%.
perhaps you might, ingest or perhaps get pricked by and imbue these concoctions that you will produce, and you may wish to have something that could help you alleviate the effects that will be placed upon you. Would an
Yes.
antitoxin be of interest?
Perhaps.
Only 60 gold pieces.
Well, they do sell that one down at the city market for 50 gold, so maybe I'll take it for that.
As far as I know, the city market is all sold out.
That's a dick move.
As I was there earlier this morning.
Well, I guess I'll take my chances then.
Good luck and good travels,
All right.
Kendon. And please, do not tell anyone of this place, for I would wish that something bad not happen to you, because if you do, things have a way of ending up happening, shall we say.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. All of you are at the keep and waiting with Jarrett, and Cosgrave is nowhere to be seen.
Oh dear.
It is 4 o'clock, and he is late for your appointment. What would you guys like to do? Jarrett is looking a little impatient, and shockingly, Raven had walked into the room shortly after you guys arrived.
Let's give him a.
Does anyone know where Cosgrave went?
No, I do not.
Wasn't he with you, Elgrim? I mean, he tends to always, follow you around.
Not today, no. I went down to visit the smithy, and he went off on his own somewhere.
Let's give him about another 5 to 10 minutes. He might be just running late. He does have shorter legs than the rest of us.
That's fair. Can't give him too much time, though. We need to meet Logan at the keep, 6 o'clock.
Isn't that where we're at?
Yeah, that's where you're at.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're already there, and we meet them at 4. So let's just
I know you guys are the heroes of Vogler and all, but I would have appreciated if you guys had showed up on time, Raven says.
The rest of us are here. It just our little companion has shorter legs and has a tendency to get distracted very easily. And nobody seemed to have been with him as I look around the room and I see the rest of the party. Save for the little kinder.
23 minutes go by and Cosgrave shows up.
Well,
And
We
you
were a
walk
little
into the
late
room and
there,
everybody is
Cosgrave.
looking at you annoyed, Cosgrave.
Hi.
That's great. Where were you?
Shopping?
Oh, where?
I can't tell you.
What?
let's
It's a secret. Secret shopping.
let's let's not make them wait any longer, and let's proceed with Raven. So,
Yeah, at this point you notice that Raven is in the room, and she is she's no longer dressed in her like simple attire, right? She's wearing the uniform of like a soldier in the Kalaman military. She has like a like like a half plate, half breastplate with the symbol of Kalaman on it. It's old and a little bit battered. But and the blue paint is chipping off a little bit. But yeah, she's a lot differently dressed than previously had you seen her. And Darrett says, "You guys, oh yeah, hi guys. Welcome Cosgrave. Thank you for joining us. We're meeting with Raven as she has some intel for this next mission. Yeah." And Raven steps forward and greets all of you, and she says, "Yes, I've recently joined Kalaman's military, and I was given command of a force, and I have a mission from the Marshal. She wishes that we retake an outpost that had been captured by the Dragon Army, and Garrett has suggested that you lot would be a good asset to help on this mission. The fort is called the Wheel Watch Outpost, and it stands near the border with the lands of the S-Wild to the southeast, and the fort supplies Kalaman's forces that patrol the border there. And with this fort no longer in our possession, we need to retake it so that we can have a way for our bands of troops in the area to restock. I have a sketch of the outpost that I would like to share with you. And she shows you this sketch. And she says the fort's tallest tower is in the northwest corner, and it has a commanding view of the surrounding lands. All four corners are equipped with sentries and horns in order to raise alarms. And we're not quite sure how many soldiers of the Dragon Army occupy the fort currently. Perhaps that's something that you guys could help us figure out. And my troops and I, we don't move at the pace of a smaller group as such as yourselves. So we would need probably 8 hours or so to travel there and get into position. We know that there's a secluded grove about a mile from the fort, where I feel like the forces that have been assigned to me can stay without being seen by anyone in the outpost. So I would appreciate your help in trying to retake this outpost. What do you
Well,
guys think?
I think that's something we could try. What all is expected of us? To take the whole fort ourselves, or just provide an opening for the army to come in?
I mean, I think if you guys could slip into the fort and open the gate without raising an alarm, then we could rush in, right, and back you up. Depending on how many are inside, right? I just don't want to risk the lives of the troops under my command, because they're pretty green, and to be honest with you, they're not as tough as you guys. That's for sure.
Well, all right. We do have some armor that we looted off a couple of the Dragon Army soldiers. Perhaps we could try to use that.
Okay, that's an idea. Do you have enough armor for everyone
Only
to
the
look
two.
like you guys are a patrol?
Only the 2,
Hmm.
but we could potentially dress them others up as prisoners.
Ah, okay.
Or perhaps mercenaries? I don't know if the Dragon Army employs any of them.
So Chewbacca's Gambit. I like it.
What all intel do we have in the Dragon Army? Do we know if they use mercenaries? Could the rest of us pose as them? Or maybe prospective new recruits?
If you remember, you guys went to the farmhouse. They were like training new recruits, but they were like hobgoblins or something, right? I mean, do they have? You guys seen the army? Did they have any like Kender with them?
That's a good question.
Didn't the
It was mainly just humans we saw, wasn't it? Or
Go ahead and give me a history check.
straight up? As neutral as it gets.
Yeah, I think you remember seeing humans a lot, draconians, and maybe a couple of ogres. That's all that you remember that stands out to you.
Okay. Well, I don't recall seeing any Kender in their ranks, but doesn't necessarily mean they don't exist. The army was pretty big.
I mean, I'll trust in your guys' judgment. I mean, you guys, to be honest, have the most experience of any of us here dealing with these with this enemy.
What do you guys think? Pose as mercenaries or have some of us dressed up as prisoners?
Either one has merit to it. If we dress up as mercenaries, then we may not be able to use the armor.
Well, 2 of us could wear the armor, and the rest could be mercenaries.
That would work. I think that would probably be beneficial. We could say that they're new recruits that we recruited. Because then we
That
can...
they have interest.
Yeah, that has interest. That way it saves us from having to loosely tie them so they can get out freely and in case things go very badly. And they will have full use of their arms and access to their weapons.
Yep. If we do go the prisoner route, we could use manacles and give each member a key.
They'd still then have to struggle to get out of the manacle in case things go south, and it'll leave them very vulnerable.
Would.
Just a thought. I guess what does the rest of the party feel like they would like to do?
Well, those sound pretty exciting to me.
Is there
I
any
mean,
tree
I maybe
cover?
Hmm.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying, yeah, maybe like the idea of not having to not have our stuff, you know, maybe not be prisoners, but they also might be more suspicious of us.
Do you know if there's any tree or woodland cover nearby?
Raven says, I mean, the watchtower is a pretty advantageous position to get a good lay of the land. But perhaps, you know, there are some trees. I wouldn't say thick forest around, you know. You know, maybe there's a place for you to hide. All I ask is that you do not destroy the fort, as we would like to retake it.
No guarantees. I say as a player.
Yeah.
I know you guys had some interesting times with the Kenderflingers, so I just wanted to put that out there to make sure, you know, it doesn't go sideways.
In the most colossal way.
What if someone were able to slip inside and unlock the door? Like, are they always on watch 24 hours?
I mean, we're not quite sure. We haven't scouted it out. Perhaps you guys could perform some reconnaissance and maybe formulate more of the plan when you have some more information.
I think I'm in favor of reconnaissance, guys. First, as a first step.
Was a good first step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense.
I recently discovered that I can summon a hawk, or a raven, or a bat. And, yeah, they can be my eyes and ears.
That would be very helpful.
It's a limited distance, though. It's only about 100 feet.
That's still better than nothing.
Alright. So I figure we should be prepared for both courses of action when we go out to scout, and then choose which one we want to use when we see the lay of the land.
Okay. I will start getting my my troops ready to head out. And we could set out. I would suggest with the time of day we set out in the morning, and you know, it will take us probably 8 hours to march there. So perhaps by then, you guys will have the lay of the land, and we can finalize our plans.
Captain Raven, I have a question.
Oh, I'm not a captain. My rank's not that high yet.
I'm sorry. Yet, okay. I see. Sorry. What is your rank?
Great question. And now I gotta understand army rank structures because I didn't plan this out. Maybe Paul can help.
If it's based on like U.S. Army, that'd be lieutenant, would be below captain. They have lieutenant and first lieutenant, or the 2 ranks below captain.
All right, so she's a lieutenant. She says, Lieutenant Raven is my current ranking.
Oh, okay, Lieutenant Raven. Aren't we lieutenants too? I think we're lieutenants too. Well, well, I was just curious what some of these buildings on the inside are, because they look like they might be kind of important. Like, if we knew which one was the barracks, that could help us, because we wouldn't want people running out of the barracks, you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm not quite sure. You know, I was given this map by a scout, and they are the ones who kind of noticed the guards and the watchtowers. But unfortunately they weren't stationed in that fort, so I'm not quite sure. Perhaps I don't know. I would say one of the larger structures is where the barracks is. But I definitely know the 4 corners are the watchtowers. And the gates are made of wood. So you should be able to climb it.
Okay.
We're rank Esquire.
I was trying to look at what rank you guys were assigned.
That's what my badge says in my inventory. So
That's good. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
should duplicate that badge and put that in my inventory because I know we all have one.
You guys are a specialized squad, dedicated to meeting challenges other troops cannot address.
Nice.
So you guys are like special ops.
Seals.
Who's Stallone?
You guys need to do the handshake.
Right.
Cosgrave walks up to Raven to do the handshake. He's Carl Weathers in the scenario.
Got this. I'm just picturing that like arm that Morty had.
Oh yeah.
All right, so it sounds like we have a plan. We will meet you then tomorrow. Tomorrow in the evening, and we'll find out what you know.
All right.
All right, and that's where we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
Alrighty. So 5 or 10?
5. I just got to let dogs out.
Alright,
I'll be
so
right
5
back.
minutes and we'll be back. Alright. OBS is reconnected. I don't know what happened, but it got disconnected and it's reconnecting. It's reconnected, so. We're all good.
So maybe that. All right, I still don't see us live. Do you guys see us live?
It went to kind of offline. I don't know, the video pane is showing offline, but it says she has 4 viewers on her channel. So
All right, it's
Maybe it
working again,
refreshed?
I think. Audio's working, so we're good. We are good. All right, so we are back. We had our break. You guys are you guys spent time discussing the plan, and now it is almost 6 o'clock.
all right.
Are we
You
leaving
need
in the
to meet
morning
up.
then, or are we leaving after this meeting? To
In the
You
morning.
guys can discuss that.
Okay.
Before
Yeah.
we leave, Earl has an idea. If that's okay.
Okay.
Elgrim, I've been thinking, I remember the story Ispen used to tell about this bandit cave. And all these people, all those would travel by, and the merchants, they'd all get robbed by these bandits, and they couldn't figure out how to deal with these bandits because they were just in this cave system and no one could flush them out. So Ispen one day had this wagon filled with all kinds of wine and ale and stuff, and he had a little kinder friend that hid in one of the barrels. And so they were posing as merchants, and they got captured by the bandits. And then once they were inside, after everybody was drunk, the kinder popped out, unlocked Ispen, and they got them all. And I was thinking, maybe we could do something like that. Maybe I could turn into a horse pulling the wagon. What do you think?
That could potentially work.
I mean, it worked for Bilbo.
Cosgrave and I were actually on that operation.
Were you? Oh.
He was that Kender.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know that about Cosgrave.
Yep. Yeah, that was my first time in actual combat.
Well, I'm glad you made it out. How many bandits did you get?
Myself, I probably got 2, maybe 3. They were goblinoid folks.
Yeah, it must be hard being a goblin. But still, they were stealing from everybody.
They were stealing, sometimes murder. They had to be stopped.
Well, maybe we should buy some wine, or some ale, or some kegs. Get a wagon.
Possibly, but these aren't bandits. This is an army.
True. Maybe they are more disciplined.
I mean, we could pose as a supply caravan to restock their stores, but I don't know when the last caravan they got was. If it was too soon, they might be suspicious.
That's true. I wonder if they'd still attack or try to capture anybody with supplies.
It's possible. Judging how this army operates, they might just kill the merchants and take the wagon.
That's a good point. Oh well. I just thought I'd share my inspiration. I had no idea. Earl's gonna look kind of starstruck. He's met two heroes from the story that he's heard.
Nice.
And at this point, Elgrim, you notice that you're like, oh shit! I'm running
Okay.
late.
Oh, it's almost 6. We need to get going. Got that ceremony I need to be a part of. You guys are welcome to attend.
Yeah, it's actually 6:16.
Oh, okay.
As time is flying.
All right.
So if you head up to the 4th floor, and after you ask around, and Logan has a on this floor, it's where you guys are staying. Parts of the area is abandoned's not the right word, but just not currently in use. If you remember, there were a couple of rooms, and there was kind of like this open space, and Logan, found out from Derek that this is where you guys were staying, and as you walk up, you see he's got a lectern just kind of out in the open, and there is a like candles kind of lighting in like a semicircle around, and as you enter, Logan kind of directs you to kind of stand in the center circle of the candles opposite of the lectern, and he kind of suggests for your party to kind of stay behind you,
Okay.
and off to the sides. And he says to you, "Hello, Elgrim. Please join me here in the center of the semicircle."
All right. Greetings. I'll go join him in the circle, semicircle.
Okay.
And maybe a recap or reminder for the audience there about the ceremony, who that's for, or what's going on with the ceremony.
Oh, yep.
Sure.
So,
Go for it, Paul.
okay, yep. So basically, Logan Greymantle, he was my mentor for a time after my Aunt Becklin retired at the Vingard Keep. And yeah, technically at my level 4 level up, I became a Knight of Solamnia officially. So this is a ceremony where I'm going to get my official armor and everything. So.
And as you approach the semicircle, on a crate, you see, even in this light, a shiny suit of plate mail kind of laying about. Picture the old Excalibur movie, if you guys can remember that from like the 80s, where it didn't seem to matter what light they were in, but fucking light was reflecting off that armor, making it bright as hell. That's what's happening here.
Nice.
Fantasy.
And he tells you to please, Elgrim, kneel down here.
All right, I'll kneel.
And he says, please lower your head. And he stands nearby, and he draws his sword out, and it's a shiny, immaculate longsword. And as he kind of circles around you, and he taps the sword on each of your shoulders, and he says, Elgrim, the measure teaches you to temper your sword arm with wisdom and be obedient to those they serve. Those who are brave and true of heart will attain honor and glory. And now, Elgrim, I ask of you to swear an oath to honor the knighthood, to the causes of the order, and to the allegiances of the order, and vow to live by the oath in the measure. Elgrim, do you accept these vows?
I swear.
Now, repeat after me. I swear by steel and honor bright.
I swear by steel and honor bright.
To stand for truth, defend the right.
To stand for truth, defend the right.
With courage firm and heart sincere.
With courage firm and heart sincere.
I pledge my sword, my shield, my spear.
I pledge my sword, my shield, my spear.
To serve the realm, to guard the weak.
To serve the realm, to guard the weak.
To seek the just, the pure, the meek.
To seek the just, the pure, the meek.
In battle fierce, or peace is light.
In battle fierce, or peace is light.
I shall uphold the code of the night.
I shall uphold the code of the night.
This oath I take with steadfast will.
This oath I take with steadfast will.
To fight for justice and honor still.
To fight for justice and honor still.
Now, please rise, as you are now promoted to Knight of Solamnia, and state the oath. Es Solaris Oath Mythos.
Es Solaris Oath Mythos.
And then he looks at you guys, and he kind of gives you like a clapping symbol, like... You guys gonna join in? Yeah, no? Yeah, no? Yeah, okay, yeah, alright. So, your party's a little slow on the uptake. But eventually they join in. And as you rise up, Logan takes your hand. He definitely gives you the Carl Weathers handshake.
Nice.
And then he presents you with a book titled The Measure of the Crown Knight.
Mm.
And he presents you with a suit of plate mail armor that is adorned with a crown symbol across the chest plate.
Nice.
So if you just want to add a book to your character sheet, and then I will, it's called The Measure of the Crown. I'll put that in the chat. Or Measure of the Crown Knight. You could probably just copy one of your books that you already have. I didn't create a book for that. Sorry.
Okay.
And then
fair.
I will add a suit of plate mail to your character sheet.
All right.
And you are now a member of the Knights of the Crown.
Nice.
All right. Alright, did that add it to your sheet? Let's see. It doesn't look like it. Try that again.
Oh, boo, my notes didn't save.
Oh, it did add it to your sheet. For some reason you have 2 now, so I'll just give you 1.
Okay. What was the book called again?
It's in the chat. It's called The Measure of the Crown Knight.
Alright. Yeah, I was just taking notes in my biography section. When I moved to a different tab, it didn't save them.
Oh.
You barely have to click save before you navigate off that tab.
I think you guys have access to the journal, so like in that section, you guys can create your. I created a thing called Player's Notes, so you can create your own notes there if you want.
All right. Yeah.
That way, if you're ever flipping through your character sheet, you don't lose whatever you're typing.
Sure. I think that would work better.
All right. And so at this point, Logan says, I would like you to stay in Kalaman, continue working in this specialized unit under Darrett, and do what you can to stomp out the Dragon Army's influence. And this is best where you will be able to serve us in the Knights of Solamnia currently.
Yes, sir. I will do that.
I have to head back to Palanthas for now and give a report out of the state of Kalaman. But I may check back in with you in maybe a couple months' time when I'm able to get back this way.
All right. I hope we have more to report.
Good luck and Godspeed.
Well, thank you. And to you as well.
All right. And this is being stupid. All right. I'm just putting it. All right.
Do we have assigned rooms at the keep?
No, you guys just kind of, I think somebody took a room and other people were kind of staying in the common area.
Okay.
I think there was, if I go back and I look at the castle description, one second. Yeah, there. So you guys are kind of on the 4th floor of the castle, which is pretty vacant and in disrepair. Most of this floor is not being in use, and you guys have been assigned lodgings in an unused ballroom. So there was kind of like a main center area, which is where you guys are now. And then I think there was like 1 or 2 small storage rooms off of the side of this, which I think you guys have, I don't know who, but I remember 1 or 2 of you were using as like an actual bedroom.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I think I took one of them.
But yeah, some of the spaces were, you know, some of the people were just sleeping in the general common area. And Logan at this point says to you, he says, Elgrim, your aunt would be proud of what you've accomplished here, and you serve and honor her memory. and I know you'll do great things as you rise in the ranks of the Knights of Solamnia.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that.
So I must go now and travel with haste, as I need to get word back to the Knights.
All right. Godspeed, sir.
Es Solaris Othmithus, and he steps out as you
All right.
repeat it back to him. Okay. So your knighthood ceremony has ended. It is now in the evening. Is there anything you would like to accomplish before the morning?
I don't think there's anything I need to. Well, I'll probably head down to the quartermaster and turn in my old chainmail.
Okay.
But
All
other
right.
than that, I think that's about it. Maybe pick up another set of manacles in case we do go with the prisoner gambit.
All right.
Somebody
you're able to
really
prepare
wants to go with the prisoner route.
Hey, don't judge him for his. Don't kink shame him.
I'm just
Right,
trying
but-
to be prepared.
He's a BDMSM guy. Come on. That's his thing, all right? He likes manacles. Maybe he's getting fuzzy ones. Ashley, you don't know.
Pink fuzzy ones. Can't.
Pink fuzzy ones. That's right.
You're right.
Alright.
Okay. So it is morning now. You guys get a long rest, so go ahead and take a long rest in Foundry. Adjust your spells if you would like. And then I think at this point, with Phil being gone, we're probably gonna call it for the evening.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm getting a link here, so I can. Let's see, copy that link. Where does it say hidden?
Because he's been gone about 20 minutes, and I don't know if he will return.
Did he
That's
say where he
weird.
went?
Yeah, he said he had to help out with his kid, so I don't know what's
Oh.
going on.
Um,
I just envision, like, Wesley is shit all over the place, and
uh-oh.
he's got, like, rocket diarrhea shooting out of his butt everywhere, and they have to, like, clean the walls or something.
Let's see if
I
this
don't know.
works.
Possible.
It can happen, Paul. You laugh.
Yeah, no,
It can
I'm
happen.
aware.
I wonder why that's not working.
Nasty blowout and just shit all over the floor. You never know.
You're right. At least I don't have carpet. I got that going for me.
Nah. That's true. It'd be easier to clean up. Why is this not working?
So yeah, so we'll pick up, or no. Well, that's a great question. What is everybody doing Christmas Eve? Are we playing or are we not? That's a great question.
Probably not on Christmas Eve. Normally I'd go to a Christmas Eve party. Well, normally I host one for the family, but this year I'm probably not hosting one.
All right. So then we will pick back up on January 7th.
All right.
January 7th? Okay.
Good.
I'm trying to get
Yeah.
this link to work for some reason. This
The
link
Discord
is not.
link?
Yeah, it's not. I'm in the invite friend, but it's saying hidden use copy button. Well, of course I know use a copy. It's interesting. Hi.
All right, Ashley. So if you want
Sure.
to raid somewhere, figure that out right now, and we will take our 4 viewers
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
so.
a channel.
We'll try to get the Discord thing figured out, guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening. That's.
So
Ah.
we will probably be playing Phil's game next week, right? And so we can post the Discord stuff next week during Descent to Avernus.
Yeah.
And then at one of these points, hopefully there's a potential giveaway.
Maybe at one point in the future, hopefully.
Well, if we put it out there, Ashley,
Yeah,
then you
that's
got to
true.
do it, right?
Uh,
Got to make it a priority.
let's see. Means I have to make stuff.
As somebody in this stream can knit. I don't know
Crochet.
who. You guys can figure that out. All right, there you go. They've already given it away.
Crochet. It's a little bit different.
They've already given it away. Kit giveaway would also be awesome.
Yeah.
You
somehow-
probably do have to live in the state of Michigan though, because we're not traveling to you.
Yeah, that's.
And they don't mail very well.
No.
Yeah,
no,
probably
they do
not so much.
Definitely do not. Oh, why is that not? Channel.
All right, did you find a wonderful stream for us to go to, Ashley?
So, nah, still looking here. Sorry about that there.
No, just pick something with a limited amount of viewers. That way we make a difference when our 5 come raiding in. Oh, we're up to 6 now. Oh man,
Awesome.
we're killing it. We're doing it, guys. We got 6 people watching us.
Yay!
It's amazing.
I'm trying to find something that's like D&D related, but for some reason they did not give me D&D related ones.
When you click on the parachute?
Yeah, it didn't give me a bunch of, like, it says D&D, but
Let me
no,
look at
it
a
doesn't.
D&D
One says
category.
Stardew Valley. I don't know, and one says Indiana Jones. I don't understand.
All right, there's one called Dungeon Idiots. The times are changing. They got 1 viewer.
Yeah,
let's go there.
Let me
Okay.
find them. Search. What was it
Dungeon
called?
Dungeon Idiots, all one word. I just went on Twitch and sorted by D&D category lowest viewers.
I suck at spelling here, so Dungeon D. You think I'd know how to spell it
I
better.
put it in the chat, Ashley.
Oh, thank you. Let me just find it here. That.
Our Discord chat.
Yep.
For this.
Are you kidding? This thing. This thing. Control copy. Let's try it again. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and raid them. So thank you everyone. What? My camera disappeared. Dang nabbit.
Yeah, your camera turned off.
I
mean, if you're new to the stream, she has technology issues, guys. She has a living technovirus that has eating away at her ability to do things on computers. So this is a common reoccurrence.
unfortunately.
So if she successfully gets us to raid, that's a win, guys.
It really is. Alright, well, we'll see you all next week for... Which one is it?
Descent to Avernus.
Yes.
For 17th.
Descent. And then nothing on Christmas Eve, so...
And probably nothing on New Year's Eve would be my guess.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Alright. And we'll raid now. Let's see here. We'll be out. The happy holidays.